We got some dummy over here. Get out of my yard. Hey man, what the heck's your problem? I appreciate it. Tear my yard up. Freaking dodo head. These are stupid people. The leaning pole. He's got to unhook everything before they can set a new pole. It's gonna take a couple more hours. You're doing good, buddy. Keep up the good work. I'm sure he's gonna go get him some pizza after this. Somebody hit a power pole, I reckon, and shut my power out. So I'm out here videoing it just because I can't sleep. Seltzer. Guess some drunk person last night decided to hit a power pole instead of calling an Uber. Now you got all these Ubers nowadays. It's like, call one of them to pick you up. Nope, they still drink and drive out here. My knees hurt. I can't hold my camera. For sure it sucks, especially whenever my food's gonna go bad in the fridge. It ain't supposed to be done for another 2 hours. Woke me up in the middle of the night. Somebody hit a power pole. I don't know how to say your name for sure. It's like I've had them before come through here and just about hit my fence. Well, you can't see it because it's so dark. Hit my power pole next to my fence. And it was a bunch of young kids. I mean, I ain't gonna say I wasn't in high school being stupid, but we grew up different. Looks like it ain't leaning no more, so any day now. Live in action, lineman, fireman, policeman. Say, man, y'all want something to drink? Pretty sure they got something to drink. For sure, buddy. Them linemen, we appreciate them. That's like me, I haul propane for a living, so if I had a generator run off propane, I wouldn't have no problem. I'd have lights. But me working for a propane company, I ain't got none of that stuff. Because they don't pay us enough. It's like, daggum, buy a loaf of bread for $5. Freaking milk for $7. That's ridiculous. Like, I'm gonna go get me a cow, and I'm gonna start getting my own milk, I reckon. Propane, that's right, Hank Hill in it. I ain't got Bobby riding around in the truck. We got propane and propane accessories. Dang it, Bobby. That's funny. I ain't watched Hank Hill in a long time. Cause I live it every day. I'm gonna hit that power button, man. I want some power back in my house. Can't see the stars or nothing. Where are you located, or where are you from there, Meltzer? Arizona, hell yeah. I'm from Mississippi, down by the water. Well, about 2 miles from the water, down in there. I ain't ever been to Arizona. I mostly stay in the southern region, like Florida, Alabama. I don't really care much about Louisiana and Tennessee. Been to Jamaica one time. That's where I got married at, in Jamaica. Yeah, it's alright. It's just another state. We just got nothing but flat land. I bet you it's a lot better over there. Yeah, Louisiana's alright, baby. I love you. Yeah, just got back from Florida. Me and my wife went to Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. We've been there twice this year. Somebody's gonna come down the road and be like, what happened? Ain't gonna back up in my driveway. I'm in it. I bet, buddy. I'd like to go there just to see the land. Yeah, there's a driveway behind you. You mind if I turn around? I go turn around somewhere else. I'm videoing. He's probably one of the drunkards. What you were doing up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning? I probably could have just let him back up, but I ain't into all that. Stay off my driveway. That's for sure. Probably some drunk old dude. He still ain't backed up. He's backing down the road like, yeah, they got the whole road blocked right there. Both sides, so you can't go around. You gotta go back to Minge. still don't know how to turn right. Geez, this dude backed up a quarter mile already. That's why I'm outside. It's colder outside, babe. Just saying. Double tap your screen. Double tap your screen, the AC will work. No, for real. I don't know. My wife woke me up this morning because she was getting hot and then realized the power was out. So I went to the store and then I came back and decided to video it. Might as well. I ain't doing nothing else. I can't sleep. It's too hot. But I hope they caught the guy. Because I don't know if you was here a second, well, whenever I said that somebody come through here one day, about right through here, and they run off into my ditch. It almost hit my fence, hit that power pole right there, and then ran off through my other ditch and hit that other power pole, and then that joker was sparking and stuff. So yeah, you know what I mean? Bunch of drunk kids that day. They were all hanging out in my backyard and looked like one of them was about to die. So I, being a nice citizen, I was like, hey man, I gotta call the police. So I called, and the person on the line was like, hey, can you go out there and check on them? I said, well, there's about 6 of them. And you know what happens to people that call the law on people? Well, they want to fight. And I don't feel like whooping 6 people tonight. Just saying. Know half of y'all thinking, oh, you wouldn't have whooped 6 people? Yeah, I would have whooped 6 people really quick. I didn't grow up in that day and age where we were handed everything. We fought for what we had. I grew up at a racetrack. You didn't know how to fight. You know what I mean? They're making progress. Look like they got the pole standing straight up again, maybe. They need to get the power back on. I know it takes time. Yep. I had quite a few people almost take out my fence. Especially when late at night, it's a rude awakening. Right? The weather? Oh man, it's probably about 79 degrees. Sunny? No, I'm just kidding. Now about 79 degrees. Gets about 91 throughout the day. Temperature's starting to drop. It ain't too bad no more. Oh, it's super humid here, but you know, I was born and raised, so it'd be different for somebody out of state. But I imagine well, I ain't never been to Arizona, so I wouldn't know how it is. What's it like in Arizona? I know it's hot, but y'all probably got better air. But yeah, it's super humid here. Like, you walk outside 2 seconds later, be drenched. So if you're looking to lose weight, come to Mississippi and walk around for a minute. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, if you got time, man, check out my page, subscribe. Up to 1,600 and something subscribers. Oh yeah, it's pretty daggone rough. But like I said, if you ain't from around here, it's really rough. Go over there and act like one of them old fellers and be like, hey, how long about y'all think y'all gonna take? Bet y'all can make them mad, huh? Woo. Ain't nobody got time for power outages. They gonna take about 45 cents off my power bill? Cause that gun. Yeah, exactly. How as long as it takes. No, I ain't in no rush. I'm up now, so might as well stay up. Just my wife that I'm worried about. She's in there. She's hot. I told her come outside. It's colder out here than it is in there. But she ain't used to the outside world. See, back in the day when they didn't have AC and they just had windows that were open, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, she's fine. She's probably watching this video right now. Yeah, I mean, I live on a road where really ain't got to worry about nothing but drunk people driving. And looks like they all stuck. So, ain't gonna worry about them. Just gives them something to do at night. Because the fire station literally is probably about 3/4 of a mile from my house. So they ain't got to go too far to get back to where they can go back to sleep or go play their video games. That's what most fire people do until they get a call. They're in there playing Madden and NBA, whatever. All them games. I can't even. No, it's not. I mean, depending on how you see it, because Mississippi, we got all these towns like Bay St. Louis, Waveland, Long Beach, Pass Christian, Gulfport, Biloxi, St. Martin, Ocean Springs, Gaucher, Moss Point. I mean, it's a bunch of small towns. So, yeah, Kind of small towns, but big areas. And that's like my road. I got a bunch of old people around me. I don't got to worry about nothing. That'd be pretty funny. Yeah, it would be kind of funny if somebody pulled up and was like, "Hey, think I can get through there?" I'm like, well, if you got a daggum chainsaw, you can cut them trees down over there and go around. I ain't got nothing to do with all that. Zimbabwe. Y'all are doing a good job. Keep up the good work. Much appreciated. Cuz exactly. Sure do miss running bulldozers. I ain't ran one in a while. Used to run bulldozers, trackhoes, backhoes, motor graders, soil stabilizers, rollers. Pretty much was born working. I mean, we had our own tree service when we was young, so we was 6 and 7 years old out there toting trees, cutting trees down. So I've been working since I was 7. I'm still working. Got somebody over there beating down the block. Turn your dang radio off. Nobody wants to hear that mumbo jumbo music. Exactly. Up northern people don't know nothing about working. And they make more money, but everything costs more too. So I can't even buy a pack of gum right now. I'm just kidding. I can buy gum. I just don't want none. That's for sure. That's why I don't really care about going to the northern states, because I ain't losing nothing over there. Got another car coming down the road. Hey, can I turn around in your driveway? Nope, $5. They beating down the block. You're gonna be sitting there a while there, bud. You might want to go around. If I die right now, y'all know who it's from. It's a Nissan Maxima black. Turn off that music. Don't mess up my live stream. I ain't got a daggone copyright. Exactly. Hood rats. Feels about 76 degrees outside now. It's getting colder. Yeah, about time. Huh? Yeah, there's a driveway right behind you. Bum, bum, bum. He passed the driveway up. Hey man, gotta turn around right here? No man, not today. Be $5. Somebody might have ordered some Uber Eats or something. Said, no, I ain't getting up in all that mess. Well, I made it to live another day. Seems like they didn't want to shoot nobody. Dude. Ooh. Got the pole standing up. Now he probably all got it. Look, he hooking it up. Look at him. Get it, buddy. Doing a mighty fine job there, buddy. That guy was probably like, that white man told me to turn around in that other driveway because he didn't feel like moving. Nope, I surely didn't. It's $5 to turn around in my driveway. That's what I figured. I might as well come out here and video it. I ain't sleeping. Especially whenever, technically, I own probably about, I think about 3 feet into the road, so I could set up a toll booth if I wanted to. And be like, hey man, $2 to go around here. If you want to come back, you better get, this is $5 every day if you want to just pass through here without me stopping you. Here comes another car. You see all these lights? That means it's closed. Hey, can I use your driveway? I mean, if I could, I would. I don't know how that would go, me setting up a toll booth. See, that car that was just beating down the block was going down the side road over here. And he's gonna go around, and he ain't gonna be able to go around. Now he's gonna just do the same thing he just came from, instead of going back the other way. And this guy's just gonna sit here at the, what do I do, Bobby? I don't know, Hank. That's what you got going on, people. Go ahead. What you gonna do? Probably going to the boat ramp, go fishing or something. Can't even back up a trailer. Look at him. Back and forth, back and forth. Man, I tell you what, people these days can't back up nothing. We was backing up trailers driving standards at 5 and 7 years old. People these days. I mean, we was out there helping, working on the race cars at that age. That's why my race car sits at the shop, because everything is just too expensive nowadays. every time I get money. Exactly. That's exactly right there, Meltzer. They'll be like, what do I do? Which way do I go? Well, you come back from where you came from and then you go some other way. Because every phone's got GPS on it. You can be like, how do I get around here? And then that's how you get around it. I want to hear that power go boom. And then my lights come on and my alarm goes off because, you know, my alarm's still on in the house, but no power. So, therefore, the alarm ain't working. The guy's still backing up. Like, literally, he's done backed up a half a mile, or 3/4 of a mile almost. Instead of just picking the driveway and turning around. But most of these old people, they'll come out here and shoot you. Get out of my yard. Ain't got no time for that. It's 2 lanes, but you know, one way in, one way out, but one leads to the beach and one goes back north. It's just, it's about this wide. About 24 foot, 12 foot lanes. The house, you know what I mean? He's still backing up. He might have just wanted to practice. My bad, y'all. Blind y'all with my flashlight. I feel bad for that old dude. Them lights blaring right in his windows. Up and down and up they go. And live action, lineman work. Wonder what they're talking about. Exactly, 24 foot, shoot. Back in high school, I used to be able to, well, I still could do it. I could turn that joker around in a 12-foot area without touching the yellow line in the middle. My cousin used to have this GT Mustang, and we'd go out there drift at night, go down roads, dirt roads that we still had, and just drift all night. My little cousin could turn that joker around in a 9-foot area. I mean, we grew up literally with a steering wheel in our hand. Exactly, that's exactly what they're talking about. So there ain't even a storm going on, and they're out here fixing drunk people's screw-ups. Like I said earlier, I mean, they just called an Uber or a Lyft or whatever they got nowadays. Them people, that's it. Look, here comes another car. He gonna come, hey man, can I turn around in your driveway? $5. Where do you think you're going? Oh, that's the Popo. It's alright. That's just the Popo. He's coming to get in on it. Oh, he didn't realize he couldn't go that way either. Wee woo, wee woo. Back it off in the ditch. He gonna come over here and mess with me. What are you doing? I'm like, I'm videoing. I got right. Man, turn them damn flashing lights off. You're gonna blind me by the light. Turn your lights off, dummy. Oh, you done ruined my show. You blinded me. Ba-do, 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 ba-do. I gotta come in here and get it. There ain't no need for you. Go down to the end of the road so they don't come down here. That's what you should. No, they ain't getting aggravated at it. It's just the people that keep coming up and down this road probably, and they're like, all right, we need somebody to block off that side. Beep beep bop beep beep bop. That's all I hear. Exactly. Exactly. They can just call an Uber nowadays and be like, hey, I'm not, or just go somewhere, probably a motel near the bar that you're at. Man. Wee woo, wee woo. Golly. Lights are brighter than a daggum Triscuit on a biscuit. It ruined my daggum. Oh, maybe they're gonna turn the power on. I'm gonna get away from the road for a minute. Doo 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 doo. I ain't doing nothing here. It's true. Yeah, they probably they probably gonna eventually have to pay for it. Cause them power poles, they cost $500 a piece, so they're gonna have to pay that plus whatever it takes to get them out of the jailhouse. Fireman said, I'm gone. I'm going back to the shop. You come replace me there, Popo. With his bright lights. He just, man. That's what's dumb about it. They literally could park at the four-way stop down there and be like, this side's closed. Unless you live in one of these houses, go somewhere else. You know? And yep, we're paying for them irresponsible people right now. Because my food's getting warmer and warmer in that fridge. Hopefully my wife ain't in there opening the door. Hint, hint. And cop done messed up my footage. My daggone camera sucks, I reckon. Even when you got a Samsung 20 or whatever they're called, it's still crappy. Hook that thing up, buddy. Get it going. You're doing a good job. If ain't nobody told you you're doing a good job, I'm here telling you you're doing a good job. live in action. Work at 6 or 4:30 in the morning. I'm gonna go check the mail while I'm out here. Walk. Look, I can walk on the middle of the road. Nobody gonna hit me. Man. Dun, 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 dun. Cops come out. What are you doing? I'm like, what are you doing? I'm out here checking my mail. You know what I mean? Oh, I got mail. You got mail. Ta-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, Nelly. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, what you doing up this late at night there, Meltzer? Or is the time zone different over there? Because it's like 4:50 in the morning here. So what time is it where y'all are? Yeah. 2:51, dang. I'm in the future. I got you by 2 hours. How's the past looking? Yeah. Daggone, you get to live longer than me. It's gonna be a good... That's right, I'm a time traveler. I can tell you stuff that's going on in the future, and then you can make some money off of it and send it to me. I got a bunch of ideas, actually. I mean, you just gotta have money to get those ideas going. So I just keep the ideas in my head. Eventually somebody comes out with it, and it's like, well, I thought about that 13 years ago. It's like me and my wife one time, we come up with this idea, and it you know, like baseball sliding shorts. We used to wear them in baseball so you wouldn't get raspberries as bad. And so say you're standing in line at Walmart or something, and you just gotta pass gas. This thing had you know, the fabric things for your dryer. You just slid it in there by your butt, and you pass gas. And somebody's like, "Ooh, that smells like oranges." That was my fart. Well, That's what you had, all these different materials you could put in there. And that's what you smell when your gas passed through it. People was like, oh, that's raspberries and that's blueberries. Ow, my foot. And like a year later, because we were talking about it in front of the phone, they had it at Spencer's. You know, one of them gag gift places where they sell all this stuff like gag gifts and whatnot. Yep, they had it in there. Just invented, like right after we had talked about it, like a year later. But hey, you know, no credit here. But if anybody knows what I'm talking about, me and my wife invented it. We just didn't have the money to put it out there. And that is pretty brilliant. I mean, who wouldn't just be standing in line and be like, man, I really got to go. It's going to be silent, but it's going to be deadly. Therefore, then they just do it. And then it smells like oranges or strawberries or blueberries or grapes or apples. I mean, anything you can think of. But nope, we didn't have the money to come out with it, so somebody else did. Because they're tapped into our phones at all times, listening to everything. That's like I had another invention, but I ain't gonna say it. I mean, I got a bunch of them in my head, but they wanted $5,000. Exactly, our fart filter. We called it, what was it that we called it? What was it? Dang it. The fartinator. That's what it was called. We called it the fartinator. Like the Terminator. The nerve of some people just to take our inventions and run with them. Like, daggone, we're going to get these inventions from these people that ain't got no money. That's like I had contacted a person about inventing something and they wanted $5,000 to do it. They were backed by the Better Business Bureau and all that stuff. And did you take the grounds off of that there pole? I hope you did. But yeah, as I was saying, they had something invented. They wanted $5,000 to get it started, and I said, you know what? Just go ahead and invent it, and then y'all can take y'all's $5,000 out of what I'm inventing, and then y'all can have 2% of my company. Like, I'm Shark Tanking it with these people, and they was like, no, we can't do that, sir. I'm like, well, I got all y'all's emails, so if I see anything that has anything to do with what I invented, because this was like for the MLB, like, and just normal people. But yeah, they never came out with it because they know I'd sue them. That I've seen. They better not. People going around. That's what happens when you got a cop out here. People are like, oh, I ain't going down that road. Not today, because if they're out this late at night, they're either getting off of work at one of them factories or they're drunk. I'm pretty sure they, oh no, here he comes. He's coming to get me. He's coming to get me. Watch out. But yeah, if they did. Oh, Nelly. Why you gotta come even closer? Yeah, but if they had scented undies, everybody, we wouldn't have to worry about smelling nobody's farts. Some people just, woo, that clear room. That's like me whenever I eat them Feastable bars from that Mr. Beast guy. Whoo-wee. I tell you what, that'll clear the room. And my wife will tell you, you ever did a Dutch oven on your wife or girlfriend or whatever y'all got? That's hilarious. Just pass gas. Exactly. I like to live in a world where everybody still worked and not collected from the government, so by the time I'm old enough, no, you can't go that way.
What they do?
Fixing the power pole.
How long they been doing?
About 2 hours.
God dang. What happened to it?
Probably one of them drunks.
I'm just a nosy son of a bitch. Fuck, I gotta tear this boat and this truck around and try to find my way to the water.
I don't know if that next road over goes around them, but I ain't gonna lead you in the wrong direction.
Hand road.
Yeah. If not, you have to go back to Minge. Yeah. And on the way back, drop off a fish.
We let lucky. It looks like I'm gonna be stuck in a ditch trying to back this son of a bitch in the dark 500 miles. Just somewhere to back it up and turn it around.
See, my driveway back there, it goes just past my mailbox, and if you can back it up in there, you'll have plenty of room.
Is it on the other side of that fence?
I can walk out there and show you.
Is it right there on the other side of that wood fence?
Yeah, I'll show you where you can get into. I'll turn my light on. Yeah, I can back you down to this driveway, because, I mean, you could go to this one, but it's... All right. Yeah, it's a little bit further than the fence.
Hey, bro.
At least this way you turn it in here and pull straight out.
Where you're standing then?
Yeah. No, you're good.
Cut it short. Good.
Yeah, I back my propane truck in here all the time, so you're good.
I was just hoping I'd sit there and say, come on through.
Not a problem.
Come on, Grant, you're already late. I don't watch this because you got a phone. I ain't worried about that son of a bitch. If I can get on the road, I'm gonna hit the cover. Just on the drive over. Come on. You good? Come on.
All right, fellas.
Thank you.
did my day's work. They were nice, that's why. Besides the cuss words, he said. I don't like the cuss words. You know what I mean? But hey, you can't make everybody not do stuff. Feet walk, feet walk, feet walk, feet walk. He did. I mean, he might even have brought me a fish back later. He going fishing in there. Oh, he done dropped something. Now he's got to go all the way down the road. Exactly, he's just trying to go fishing. Early bird catches the worm. And his whatever you want to call it, early bird catches the fish with the worm. Oh, my dog's barking. My dog don't bark at all, ever. Unless you are over a different breed. Just saying. Yeah, that joker had a nice boat. I don't know how much them Avid boats cost, but that joker was nice. I know the motor on it was probably about 25 grand by itself. Must be nice. If I had a quarter of the money he had. This cop just don't know what he's doing. He's just back and forth across the road. That guy's trying the other road. Man, I feel bad. I feel bad for him if he ain't gonna be able to back up on that little road. It was a hard time for him to back up into my driveway. Like I do with my propane truck all the time. I just don't park on my concrete with it because that joker's freaking heavy. And I don't want no cracks. Dun 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 dun. Popo. Wonder if he got some donuts in that truck with him. I just might as well stay up till tomorrow. Oh wait, it is tomorrow. Blink, blink. Man, this thing. Oh, airplane. Airplane. Can't see it. Figure they'd make cameras better nowadays, where you can see the stars. But you can't. See my drive. I need to pressure wash my driveway. Got a crack right there. Because the dummies that poured it decided to put the wet stuff at the end of the driveway where they couldn't move it instead of on the other side. Yeah, I'll be taking 2 naps. They're a melter. Hey man, if you got time, go subscribe to my channel when you get done. I appreciate you watching. I do. This does help me out. But it seems like, I mean, I've been working on this YouTube probably for about 5 months, and I'm up to 1,600 subscribers. Ain't too bad, and I ain't paid nobody. I wonder what would happen if I paid somebody, and I don't even know how. I'm like, do I get YouTube Premium? Does that help? I don't know. That's stuff I don't know. I'm just learning. I don't make none of these fake videos. It's all just my dogs or me at work, stuff like this. You know what I mean? Do you have any ideas? I'll do them. Some of them with my race car, but I ain't raced in 3 years. I mean, we've been racing our whole lives. My pawpaw raced from the 60s all the way to 2001. But then was offered to go to NASCAR in the late 70s and didn't go because he had 6 kids. Had to take care of them. And back then you just didn't. Yeah, my wife's got a chicken nugget video. That's hilarious. Hilarious. You ever watch the races there, Meltzer? You ever go to the races? Dirt track, I mean. Say dirt tracks for racing, NASCAR's for getting there. It's like back in my pawpaw's day, they used to race 5 nights a week. Actually from Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, Arkansas, Arizona, Florida, Tennessee. Man, you need to go check it out. Check out dirt cars. I mean, I grew up around it, like I said, and I just ain't had time to work on my own race car. It's sitting at the shop, just sitting there, resting for the past 3 years. Since my pawpaw passed away, I ain't had time or had no help. Oh yeah, figure 8 races, that's crazy. Them jokers are crazy. I ain't ever seen one live. I mean, we had destruction derbies and all that stuff here, but I ain't ever seen no figure 8 racing live. I wonder if them boat guys got around. Told them to leave a fish for me in the mailbox. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna put it in my mailbox, dummy. I'm going blind from looking at these lights. I'm gonna sit down for a minute. You see that? Cut my foot open when I was young. Yep. Don't be selling that foot on the internet. And if you do, send me $1 or 2. Oh man, how did I cut my foot? Say when we was young, we was sitting there. We was playing tag or manhunt or something. We was at this Asian lady's house down the road, and there was a tree down in the yard, and I was back and forth over the tree, running from somebody or trying to tag somebody, either my brother or the Asian kids that live down the road. And I stepped on a freaking toothpick, believe it or not. I mean, that joker went through the bottom and it was sticking out at the top like that, like a teepee. And a lady come outside with a pair of tweezers trying to get it out because we thought I was 4 years old. My brother was 6. He come outside, or she come outside and was trying to pull it out with tweezers. And we was like, no, my brother pushed me home on a tricycle. And my dad took me to a hospital, and I'm telling you, the doctor, literally, I still have the toothpick at my parents' house 30 years later. And yeah, pretty much, he took a daggum, I can't even think right now, one of them buck knives. I swear it was a buck knife. It wasn't no syringe or not a syringe, a dang scalpel. It wasn't a scalpel, it was a buck knife. He took a buck knife and cut the side of my foot open. I'll show you. He cut that open, right? It was a little bitty scar at first. Then the next day, we was outside jumping on a trampoline. I don't know how many stitches. We was jumping on the trampoline. So it just kept spreading and spreading and spreading. And riding our bicycles, I had a bag over it. Riding, mud riding, all that stuff. Because, you know, back then we grew up different. We wasn't wimps. And then this toe, I cut that joker off on my four-wheeler. If you can see the scar, it's like right there. I cut that joker off. It was hanging on by like a thread. So I stuck it back on, like slid it back over the top of the bone. And my buddy went home, got some gauze, neosporin peroxide. Oh no, I'm gonna get run over. Some gauze, neosporin peroxide. How'd they let him through? That was that same Nissan from earlier. But yeah, my buddy went and got some gauze, neosporin peroxide, alcohol, everything you can think of. Ran home, taped that joker up to my next toe. I didn't touch it for like 2 weeks. I just literally pour the peroxide and alcohol through the bandage. And about 2 weeks later, I checked on it. But that same night, after I done cut my toe off, I went to the racetrack and was walking around all night. Hey, look, man, I cut my toe off. And I had a pair of slippers on because I couldn't put my foot in a shoe. So I was just walking around at the racetrack in Alabama all night. And that racetrack shut down a long time ago. But, man, one time, we was playing hide and seek in the house. Me and my brother, he was chasing me. And like on the 90 on the wall, I freaking stubbed my pinky toe. And the bone popped up through the top of it. So you know what I did? I took that bone and I pushed it back in and I tied it to my other toe. And then I broke my hand. Can't see. Broke my hand one time. My knuckles way down there. Yeah. I popped somebody in the face. I did it wrong, but he didn't like it too much. Because we was out of town working in Morgan City, Louisiana. and a guy, either that or Baton Rouge, one of them. We was all drunk. We was 15 beers in. It's about 2:30 in the morning. We had to be back at work at 6:30, and we were supposed to go get a nightcap at his hotel room. And we was following him back to the hotel room, and he turned around, didn't know what we were doing, which he's the one who invited us for another beer. So there we was going to get another beer. And it was me, this other guy, and this other guy was standing there. And he turned around, thought we was about to jump him. And was like, man, we just come and get a beer. And he ended up shoving this guy standing next to me. And I caught him and picked him up, one hand, picked him back up. This is a heavy old dude. And as I was looking, that joker popped me right in the mouth. And I was like, oh, hell no. Then his buddy was standing next to him with one of them butterfly knives or whatever they call it. And he flung it out real quick. And he said, don't even think about it, Brett. And I was like, F you. And I jumped over that because the other guy was headed for a gun. So I jumped over. And then we all worked together. This guy on the asphalt crew and we were on the dirt crew. And I jumped over that first bed and I popped him with one of them Superman punches. And I freaking just went to wailing on him. And next thing you know, I didn't have a shoe. My shirt was all messed up. Well, my shirt was gone. I don't know what happened to it. My sandal was messed up. Then I done went back to the room after I done whooped him. And calmed down a little bit. Called my uncle out at night because I worked with my uncle. And he was a superintendent. Like, oh man, Uncle Bubba, I'm sorry. I lost, got in a fight. And probably lost my job. Blah, blah, blah. So he calls me at like 6:30 in the morning. But before that, the boy that I just whooped come walking out of the room. And the guy I was working with, Alan, he come walking. Oh, you want some too, Alan? I done whooped him. And Alan was shorter than me, but he's stocky, big guy. They come met right in the middle of it, and he popped him 3 times, laid him back out. And then that morning, our superintendent drove 4 hours from where we're at all the way to Morgan City and pulled us off the machines we was running. I was running a milling machine at the time. And actually I was on the sweeper because I couldn't walk, because whenever I jumped over the bed I landed on my ankle. And that joker swole up so bad, I think I fractured my ankle, but I didn't let it get me. So I was sitting there, and the superintendent come walking up and was like, hey Alan, hey Brett, come here, we need to talk. I was like, all right. And he's like, what happened? Well, we told him what happened. And he was like, well, the way I see it, that MFer deserved it. So he pretty much was like, good job, y'all whooped his butt. But that day he had literally raccoon eyes. He had a perfect X right on his cheekbone, lips busted, nose busted. And we only hit him probably about 7 times. I hit him about 4 times. And Alan hit him 3 times. It really shouldn't have took 4 times to knock him to the ground, but it only took 1 hit for him to hit the ground, and then I popped him 3 more times and was like, that's enough. But I still don't know how my shirt came off and my shoe got messed up. And Alan hit him 3 times, so therefore that boy took 7 licks, and then the next day he was out there running the asphalt machine with sunglasses, and he never wore sunglasses. So we knew something was up, and then he took them off and he had a raccoon eyes. It was hilarious. But then we was working on this other job, their melter. We was working on this other job, building these roads and putting these culverts in and all that. See, we did the dirt work, and the asphalt guys came in behind us and did asphalt. Of course, that's how it goes. So we've been there for 2-3 months, right? Just working. So in the woods, they had this pair of like snow goggles, which, dirt bike goggles or whatever. It was in the woods, and every day I'd go out there and I'd take a leak on them goggles. So one day when the asphalt crew got there, that guy that we whooped come walking out of the woods with them goggles on, and I just busted out laughing. This guy Charles was running. He was a black guy that ran or was working with me, and he come. I was like, Charles, and he was like, what? I was like, you see them goggles that AJ has on? He's like, yeah. I said, I've been pissing on them things for like 3 months. And Charles was like, me too. This joker come out of the woods with some pissy goggles. Stuff was funny, I tell you. I got stories I could tell y'all if y'all just. Oh, Nelly. It is hilarious. Oh, man. Yeah. That is pretty daggone funny. Because, oh, here comes another car. Oh, and then another car behind it. $5 turn around in my driveway. What's going on? Well, people are working. Closed. The road is closed. They're gonna pull up right there and be like, hey man, what's going on? Well, you ain't going this way there, Cap. The other person figured it out and turned around. You know what I'm saying? My feet hurt. Appreciate you there watching there, Meltzer. Like I said, check out my channel, subscribe, help a brother out. Come back when I'm live. I'll probably go live sometime next week at work. But I appreciate you watching. Slow down there, boy. And double tap the screen real quick. I'm probably gonna go inside here in a minute anyways. Yep. Peace out. A-Town down. M-Town.